What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another FC26 video, where today we are going to take a look at Team 2 of Cornerstones. But first, I think we have to address the elephant in the room. No, not me, but the SBC Kylian Mbappe Player of the Month. Before we look at anything else, this is what I want to talk about first, because I'm surprised at how surprised people are at the price of this SBC. It is incredibly expensive. It's coming in at about 4.3 million coins. It requires 285 rated squads, 486s, 487s, 588s, and then 9 89 rated squads, including, I think, in total 7 or 8 Team of the Weeks spread across there. And there's even 3 of the 89 rated squads that need Team of the Weeks, which is really hard because the 4 high rated Team of the Weeks were all hundreds of thousands of coins. And the best one next is an 86 rated at 25,000 coins. And this card is very, very expensive, especially considering all he got was a switch of playstyle pluses from Quickstep Plus to Rapid Plus. And then he obviously kept Quickstep regular. And then he got +1 shooting, +1 passing, and +1 defending. That was it. EA went out of their way this year to talk about reducing the power curve. This is it, right? Not only did the card not get a boost, but it's incredibly, incredibly expensive to the point where I don't know anyone that's really going to complete this. This is a lot. Right, this is a lot. It would cost you, somebody worked out at cost price based on like your average coins back or your lowest coins back from 7.5k packs, that it will cost you around $2,500 to complete this. At which point you're better off just buying the gold version, using that, then selling the gold version afterwards if that was what you were going to do. But based on how rewards are this year now, on how like the power curve is being kind of like suppressed, you cannot complete this anymore. 2 years ago in FC24, EA released the Player of the Month Mbappe at the beginning of November. And no, sorry, at the end of November, I beg your pardon, just before the international break, he'd already won Player of the Month. So the end of November, which was about 6 weeks forward from where we are right now. And that, in November, 2 years ago, took me 2 weeks of grinding to complete that SBC back in that game where coins were easier to come by, rewards were easier to come by, the power curve wasn't being suppressed. And so I don't know why people are surprised this is so expensive, because what would happen if it was super cheap or even reasonably priced is everybody would have a Player of the Month Mbappe. It would crash the striker market entirely, and that is how the power curve gets pushed. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Mbappe to start things off with today, guys, because I'm not surprised he's so expensive. I will not be completing this SBC, nor will I be doing a dedicated RTG for this SBC, because I don't think there's enough time in the game to actually play to earn this. And that was what I did 2 years ago and last year for Haaland, is show people that just by playing the game, you don't have to trade, you don't have to grind, you don't have to farm, you don't have to sit there like, you know, wasting time on the web app doing bronze pack method or anything like that. But just from playing the game, you could obtain a Haaland, you could obtain an Mbappe. You can't obtain this from playing the game. It's impossible unless you like get from your very few tradable packs extremely lucky to the point where you pack a 4 million coin player. Then maybe you can do it, but then why would you? Because you've got a 4 million coin player that's tradable, right? And so, yeah, I wanted to talk about Kylian Mbappe first, and let me know your thoughts of him down below. If you want to use the best players in FC26, there's only one sure way to get them. U7Buy gives you some of the best prices around to buy Ultimate Team coins. It's fast, safe, and reliable, and if you use my discount code NEP at checkout, you get an extra 8% off their prices. Check out the link in the description below. And so with that, guys, Cornerstones Team 2 is here, and it is looking a lot better than Cornerstone Team 1. Champs obviously opens in 1 hour, by the way, which implies that the pack that you can get for Cornerstones in Champs will be Team 2, which is really, really nice. And then there doesn't seem to be anything else otherwise in Seasonal, which is very true. And then in live events, there is nothing new. That's quite nice though, isn't it? I don't know when that opens again. I can't remember. We'll look at that in a bit. In campaign, we've got Cornerstones Oscar Trejo. He is 83 rated. It won't let me see his stats. You only need to complete 4 things to get him. And that is 5 matches whilst having 1 Argentinian, assist 3 goals, just in general, score 6 goals using players from La Liga. Please do this first, guys. You know what it's like when, if you complete 4 and not the 5th, you don't get the prize for the 5th. 500 SP is more valuable than basically anything else that's here right now. But yeah, score 6 goals with a player from La Liga in either semi-pro squad battles or Rivals live events or Rush. Win 4 matches in Rivals or Champ/live events, or win 8 matches in squad battles, minimum semi-pro or Rush. That's cool. That's calm. That's nice and easy. It does give a few decent packs, an 80x2, a 78x2, a 78 plus, a 75x2, and a 75 plus. Nothing crazy there. Interesting that this is in the campaign section. This used to be in the live event section, but yeah, you've also got the weekly Rush points in there that I thought we might get something for Rush today. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow. That's when I'll start attacking my weekly Rush points. And then for milestones, guys, nothing new there one more time. So as we go into play and into live events, we've got upcoming in 2 days now, the Cornerstones Tournament qualifier and the Cornerstones Tournament finale in 6 days' time. Then we've got all of this stuff that was already there. Complete the weekly play objective group at least 3 times. I've done that twice. That's coming up in 28 days. Okay, so nothing new in live events. And so therefore there'll be nothing new elsewhere, which takes us to evolutions today. Now, a few evolutions are starting to expire, guys. Those first evolutions are starting to go. Do we get something new? We get the 8th King of Rome. It's another striker Evo for a paid Evo, which is a bit surprising. Like, this was a cam, mind you, but it's another forward Evo, I suppose. This is max overall 83, position striker, pace max 85, positions max 3, playstyles max 5, and must not be one of the World Tour superstars. It gives the cam position. I wonder if you can chain it, therefore, then with the cover athlete. It gives the cam position. It gives 9 volleys, 6 reactions, 5 stamina, and playmaker plus. It gives 9 vision, 4 short pass, 5 long pass, 5 strength, 1 star weak foot, and inventive playstyle. Not a big fan of inventive or game changer this year, guys. It gives false 9 plus 1 star skill moves up to 3 star, 8 acceleration, 7 sprint speed, 8 finishing, and 6 attack positioning. It then gives 4 long pass, 5 short pass, 5 stamina, 6 reactions, 9 ball control, and 5 strength. So it's a pretty decent upgrade in there. What would Blackstenius get for me? So she'd gain cam, 7 volleys, 1 reactions, 5 stam, 9 vision, 4 short passing, 5 long passing, and inventive, 4 acceleration, and false 9 plus. I don't think this is the best Evo, guys, for the price that it's coming in at. And this is something that, when we're talking about the power curve, we've discussed like generally recently, and that is that I'm fine, and I tweeted about this yesterday and like got a lot of traction on the tweet, and a lot of people agreed with me, so I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. I'm fine with the power curve being suppressed, right? I'm fine with everything being regressed. I'm fine with rewards being regressed. I'm fine with promo players having minor boosts rather than major boosts. But everything has to come down together, right? You can't ask people still for 500,000 coins for a season pass when they can't make 500,000 coins in the season anymore. You can't ask for people for 20,000 coins, 5,000 coins. 5K is okay, but you can't ask for people for 20,000 coins for an Evo that gives a really negligible upgrade. Like, you could just go and buy Claudia Pina for that instead. You can't ask for people for 30,000 coins for this Evo that gives a real negligible upgrade when you could just go and buy a player for that instead. Like, the Evo prices also have to come down in line with everything else coming down. Make everything slower, right? And then you also then have to reduce the SBC cost price. Now, for Mbappe, I'm absolutely fine with it kind of where it is, right? I don't think people should have access to that card right now. I personally think that EA should have... nothing in training camp there either. I personally think that EA should have made Mbappe like an 85 or an 86 rated card with massively reduced stats, right? Instead of boosting him, reduce him. Like, just make him real easy to play for, right? Or sorry, not real easy to obtain, still make him expensive, but make it to the point where he's not going to break the game, right? Drop his dribbling by 10, his shooting by 10, and his pace by 10. Drop his physical passing and defending by 5, and make the card 400,000, 500,000 coins. People can grind for it. People can get an Mbappe. Guess what? They might even like that, because then they'll be able to Evo their player of the month Mbappe a lot quicker than they can do anything else. Nobody can access this Mbappe. It's very hard anyway to access the gold Mbappe. I've only played against him maybe 3 or 4 times out of draft this whole game cycle so far. I think it would have been a lot better for EA, and it wouldn't, in my opinion, have pushed the power curve or crashed the game if they just reduced his stats massively. Now, maybe there's a reason why they can't do that. Maybe there's something in like the licensing agreement with Real Madrid or with FIFA Pro as to why they couldn't do that. But I think that would be a much better solution than making an impossible to achieve Mbappe. Even if they did a situation where it's like you had to complete 4 squads, or 500,000 coins worth of squads, and it gave you player tokens from Real Madrid, right? So those player tokens could just be like the bronze players or the silver players or whatever, as like 80 rateds. And then there's a squad in here as well where you complete that by putting the player tokens in, almost like an icon swaps, for a lower rated version of Mbappe. At that point, the main Mbappe would still be there for people that really wanted to go for it, but there would be a lower rated version on offer as well for those people that didn't. I think that would have been a way better situation. EA obviously didn't agree, and so now I think they've created a world where we've got a Player of the Month SBC that, if even 100 people complete this in the game ever, I'll be surprised. It is so expensive for this stage of the game, whether or not that's from playing, spending, trading. It is unreasonably expensive. And as I say, I do think that's by design. Now, we do have Cornerstones Hansko. I was looking forward to this SBC because I think he's going to be very good. He's 6'2", lengthy, 2-star, 3-star. He still has left back, left mid, which is pretty nice. But he's got good pace, okay passing, nice defending and physical, and decent dribbling, and then has some crazy play styles. He's got jockey and anticipate, which is brilliant. He's got slide tackle, precision header, and long ball pass, as well as defender and ball playing, defender plus in there, centre back with fullback plus and fullback plus at left back. And he's coming in at 4 squads. It's an 81, an 83 with an inform. I don't like that. An 84 and an 84 with an inform. Oof. That's a little more expensive than I thought it would be. Like, it's a nice card, but it's not that nice. That's like a 60k, yeah, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, yeah, 60 or 70k SBC at that point. And again, that's crazy. You could buy Konate, who's not dissimilar to this card, for like 30k on the market, right? That's a bit more than I expected, that's for sure. As for the upgrades, guys, today we've got the 83 plus upgrade back. The Team of the Week upgrade for Team of the Week 1 to 3 is now there. Is it still an 84 rated squad? Yeah, an 84 rated squad with an 85 rated player. Again, for me personally, not something I'm interested in doing. I don't think it represents good value for your cards. And then no other upgrades in there today. And then challenges, guys, we have got Cornerstones Challenge 3. It's there for 3 days. It offers a mega pack, which is really, really nice, and requires a 31 chem team with 9 rare players, 7 of which must be gold. 4 of them, maximum 4, must be from one club, but a minimum of 5 must be from the same nation, and a minimum of 2 players from the same league. So you can effectively do like a Premier League English squads, and you'll have it done nice and easy for the 31 chem, or a La Liga Spanish squad, or a German Bundesliga squad, to get that done nice and easy. And that's actually a really good SBC for a mega pack in there as well, which is pretty good. Outside of that, I don't think there's much all else to talk about apart from what is this Team 2. Now, first and foremost, before we look at it, Hansko, now he's upvoted. This is upvoted, I like it a lot. Team of the Week upgrade is upvoted. I personally would not. I suppose if you're trying to get Team of the Weeks now for the SBC cards, maybe. But for me personally, it's a no. And yeah, Kylian Mbappe, expectedly, but downvoted monstrously, and that's nearly 1,600 votes as well. So really agree that should be downvoted. It is hyper expensive. It's come down from 4.3 million to 4.07 there. And I think before we look at Hansko here, the price point of fodder was rising massively, and the reason why is because people were buying it preemptively. Jesus Christ, Harry Kane's actually up to 200k. People were buying it preemptively, expecting people to go nuts to do this SBC. I think that it's the people buying it, anticipating the SBC to be completed a lot, that have pushed the price up. And I think we're going to see the price of fodder actually crash back down. It will probably make Mbappe into that sort of like high threes, 3.8, 3.9 after all said and done. But for example, like look, you can see here, Rodri was selling for 41k, loads. He's now 33k. Why? because no one's completing that SBC. If you've bought a crap ton of Rodris to try and sell on for 50k or 60k, you're just going to get bitten in the butt, man, because no one is completing that SBC. I am quite surprised, actually, to see Kane's price continue to rise. He's gone up about 20, 30k in the last hour or so, which is a bit surprising. But I got the hiccups. But, you know, he's doubled in price since yesterday or 2 days ago, which is pretty cool. If you're able to make your coins, I would, because I also expect to see this Kane price crash back down. As I say, I do not think there are going to be many people completing this Player of the Month SBC, which means there's not going to be many people buying the fodder for it, which means the fodder has no demand, which means nobody's going to buy it, which means people are going to undercut each other lots. Now, looking at Hansko, 62,000 coins for me. For me, it's a bit excessive. I mean, they've given him 2s and 3s across the board, apart from the fact they've given him 10 balance and 3 composure as well. As I say, it is a good card. And with an anchor, it's a very good card. Good pace, really good defending. And with a shadow, he's got very strong pace and very strong defending. I think the biggest win for this card is jockey and anticipate. I think that is very good. And then he also has good pace, and he's 6'2", and he's lengthy. All of those things certainly work in his favour. And of course, you do get some packs back as well, which is real nice. I think if they took out the Team of the Weeks from this SBC, I'd be sitting there saying, yeah, do you know what? That's a reasonable price at around that 40k, 43k mark, somewhere around there. I think that'd be far more reasonable, because when we look at centre-backs in the game right now, and we look at the price points of such centre-backs, what you'll notice is once we get to that second page there and we get to that sort of like 60k range or 70k range that he's at, there he is, there's Hansko there. You've got Rudiger, you've got Pavard, maybe not. You've got Eder Militao, who's good. Like I said, Konate, and like he's a bit clunky, fair to say. You've got Hincapié, who's very good at 30k. Bremer, who's very good. Araujo, who is very good. I think he's got jockey as well, Araujo, hasn't he? Which makes him, again, like a very, very strong player. He's got jockey, block, anticipate, slide tackle, aerial fortress, and precision header. And he's like over half the price and then tradable, right? And as an 83 rated, has probably already been evoable, right? You can give him whip pass plus, you wouldn't. You can give him some passing, you might. You can give him some dribbling. Definitely would give him some dribbling and maybe some passing as well. But I like the fact that you can give these 83 rated cards a bit of a boost there, and it helps them massively. And so I think, yeah, for me, Hansko, guys, is a little bit overpriced. Not hugely, but a little bit. I will probably still complete him myself, but yeah, he's a little bit overpriced for me. And then as for the Cornerstones team too, guys, I mean, it's a solid team, isn't it? We've got Turland, Lejuli, Akliuch, Stiller, Gomez, Carlos Gil, Junta, Derun, and Big Willie Orban. We've got Jordan Pickford, Trent, Bright, Balde, Little Kim, Thuram, Adeyemi, João Neves, Claudia Pina. She's got 81 pace, not 80, by the way. This could be a crazy card. Cristiano Ronaldo and Florian Wirtz. Turland has been given rapid first touch and power shot. Quite a nice upgrade there as well. 3-star, 4-star, striker. Not a bad card, to be fair. Not a bad card at all. Or chem style. In fact, better than not a bad card. She's got low driven, power shot, rapid and first touch. Real nice card there. How much is she coming in at for price point? 18k. That's all right for an 18k card, to be fair. We've got Mijuli, also 18k. Ping pass, aerial fortress, rapid and relentless for an 84 rated right back. Yeah, I mean, pretty poor dribbling, pretty poor passing. Average stats otherwise. Not the sort of card I'd pay too much attention to. We've got Akliuch, who's got right mid, right wing, and cam. He's got incisive, technical, low driven, and inventive. Poor shooting, good passing, good dribbling, and good pace. Engine chem style 100% here. That's a fun card. Whether you play him at right wing or at cam, and he's got Playmaker plus plus at cam and wide Playmaker plus plus at right wing. That's a fun card. He's decent, and he's only 84 rated. He's got good play styles, and he doesn't have a playstyle plus, so you'd effectively, with these new Evo system, be able to put whatever playstyle plus you want on him. So I think Akliuch is pretty decent, and he's down at 18k as well. We've got Stiller. He's massive, Stiller, isn't he? 6 foot tall, not quite massive. 75,000 coins. Ticky plus, incisive, press proven, intercept and long ball. That's really good. Passing, brilliant. Dribbling, very good. Honestly, like a shadow or an anchor on him. That's a really good, really fun card. He's only 3-star, 3-star, which lets him down a little bit. But that is a really good card. I'm a fan of that, and that's why it's 75,000 coins. It's very good. We've got Angel Gomez with inventive, long ball, incisive, technical, and finesse shot. Very strong dribbling. Good passing. Poor pace and shooting. Yeah, Shadow Chem style is not a bad option for him. Good rolls as well. Good play styles as well. And 4-star at 20k. Not bad. And only 83 rated. Big scope for upgrades on him, which I really like. He could be a real fun one to have if you've got some Evos left and available. Carlos Hill, guys, has got incisive, finesse, pinged, inventive, and press proven. 4-star for Hill. Decent dribbling, bit heavy on agility and balance. I would give him an engine chem style. That's a nice card in at cam for sure. He's got right mid as well. And again, only 83 rated. Lots of Evo potential there as well. Carlos Hill as a Cornerstones, very good with the chemistry boost, also being Spanish as well. We've got Gunter, our new left back, guys. Whip, pass, slide, tackle, rapid and relentless. Terrible passing, terrible dribbling, good pace, good physical, okay defending. Not very good card. Probably going to be super cheap there. 26k. I expect him to come down in price, guys. I know he's got a decent amount of pace, but not really for me. And then we've got Darun, who's got long ball, intercept, aerial fortress, and relentless. He's 35k, 3-star as an 85 rated. Real nice passing, to be fair. Real nice defending and physical, but not the best pace and not the best dribbling, especially that agility and balance. A Shadow Chem style makes him a good DM, but I fear that the kind of like more agile DMs are more important. If he had Jockey or high agility and balance, maybe I'll be looking at this card thinking, yeah, that's a nice one. But in this moment, I don't think that's such a great card. We've got Big Willie Orban with Block Plus, Jockey, Long Ball, and Aerial Fortress. He's 2-star, 3-star. He's got great defending, great physical outside of stamina. Awful dribbling and passing, but with a Shadow Chem style, yeah, I mean, he'd get turned inside out, unfortunately, with the fidget spinners on the edge of the box because of that heavy dribbling. I'd be very surprised if he holds his price point as well, guys. Like a good card in a previous year's game, maybe, but in the current meta, Orban will just get turned inside out. Jordan Pickford, as far as a goalkeeper goes, pretty decent. Nobody really cares about the keepers, though. 55k, not too bad. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, guys. He got 8 pace, 5 stam, 5 defending as well. This is now a real nice card. Incisive plus instead of whip pass plus, way better, in my opinion. Otherwise, no change in play styles. And with an anchor chem style, or maybe even a shadow, he's a brilliant right back now. Brilliant passing, very strong dribbling for a right back. Again, agility and balance, maybe a little heavy there. Very good pace, very good defending. Do you know what? I wouldn't even be opposed because of his passing play styles and lack of defending play styles to give him like a catalyst and play him on the right mid. Very good pace, very good passing. Yeah, I mean, as a right mid for me, that's real nice. So if you play with the right mid formation, this Trent could be really, really strong there. And he's coming in at 700,000 coins, of course. Millie Bright as an 88 rated centre back. She's got intercept plus, anticipate, aerial fortress, bruiser, and ping pass. Decent passing, low vision, poor dribbling. And again, like most defenders at the moment, they kind of need that high agility and balance or jockey. She doesn't have either. And so although the stats look quite nice, I don't think the card would translate well in-game. Although she is still 280,000 coins, which isn't too bad. We've got Alejandro Balde, jockey, anticipate, slide, quick step, and whipped. So he's gained slide tackle and whip pass, which is real nice. He's also gained 5 dribbling, 5 defending, among other stat boosts there. Composure's still a bit low. Pace is real nice. Yeah, backbone is quite nice for him. He's very good. He's very good. His gold card is very good in game. I would go for an anchor on him personally. Max out that pace as much as you can without losing any other boosts elsewhere. Really tidy defending. Bit okay on physical. Low composure, but otherwise brilliant dribbling and decent short passing and crossing. With whip pass now as well. Jockey, anticipate, and slide, and quick step. I think Balde is a brilliant card and is going to be extremely expensive at 600,000 coins. We got an Arsenal player, guys. We got Little Kim. She's got incisive, power shot, aerial fortress, and press proven plus. She's got 4-star weak foot. She's been given 3 pace, just 3s and 2s across the board, really. A few 4s in there as well. Good passing, really good dribbling, and okay defending. I think an engine chem style on her is quite nice. Yeah, 90 rated centre mid and cam. The 3-star, 4-star is nice, but yeah, I think the lack of ticky or pinged might be a bit harmful. But a good card nonetheless. I'd expect over 100,000 coins for Little Kim. Yeah, she's 160 there. That's a nice card and another nice Arsenal card. I don't mind it too much at all. We've got Kefren Turan with ping, pass, press, proven, and relentless. He's been given 8 balance, and then otherwise 3s, 4s, and 5s across the board. Another nice card for him now with an Anchor Chem style. Really, really delightful there. Really good CDM. He's got good roles for it as well. Deep line playmaker plus at both centre mid and CDM. He's got box crasher plus at CDM, and that's why he's 422k. And I like the fact he's only got 3 playstyles, because I know I say this about some cards and maybe not about others, but once he's evoable, you're going to be able to apply whatever you want to him, and you're going to be able to create such wonderful players in the game this year. We've got Adeyemi, guys, with Quick Step Plus, Rapid, First Touch, and Acrobatic. He's gained First Touch and Acrobatic. I think First Touch is as important this year as it was last year. Got great pace. He can play at cam, but no rolls, only half winger plus. You're going to want to play him really at right wing for the winger plus. And so I think with that pace, probably a maestro on him. Get the dribbling up, get the shooting up, get the passing up. Maybe an artist. Artist is also real nice. He's all about that pace, though, isn't he? That's all you're going to use him for. That's all you're going to get from him. We've got João Neves now. His gold card is very good. I really like it. They didn't give him any boosts in playstyles or any changes, just 1s and 2s for the upgrade there. So I wonder what his price point is then, because his gold card was about 30k, I think. Let's go summary on him. 400k. It's a nice card. I don't think it's 400k nice. But with an anchor, it's a nice card. So obviously he's got great links as well, being PSG and Portuguese. We've got Claudia Pina, guys. She has been given no playstyles. 3 pace, 2 agility and balance, otherwise 1 dribbling, big shooting boost. This card will be very, very, very good. The gold card was already very, very good. This new card is going to be very, very good. And what this Cornerstones card gives, obviously, all of them do, mind you, but what this Cornerstones card gives is chemistry. And that's massive. That is massive. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. So he lost Power Shot Plus for Low Driven Plus. That is crazy strong. He's gained 7 acceleration, 5 sprint speed, 11 balance among an otherwise normal boost. And now this card is very, very, very good. Engine Chem style all day for me, guys. His shooting's already so good, and he's got Low Driven Plus anyway. Engine gives him that dribbling, balance, agility upgrade, gives him a bit of passing and a bit of pace. Absolutely unreal card. 8 million coins. I don't think it's 8 million coin value level card, but it's certainly very, very, very good, and probably the first of many for Ronaldo, guys. And then last but not least, we've got Florian Wirtz. So he only gained 1 pace shooting and passing, and no changes whatsoever in play styles, but he did gain Playmaker Plus at centre mid. Yeah, it's barely an upgrade, to be fair. Barely an upgrade. Almost like the only real thing you gain from this is like the chemistry boost, I suppose, which can be valuable, but not to the tune of 300k up to 1.7 million. So Florian Wirtz is there and is also pretty good. And so let me know down below, guys, how you feel about that Player of the Month Mbappe SBC, whether or not you're completing it. I could probably guess the answer to that, and what you think about the team here today, and if you've packed any. Also, best of luck for your Foot Champs games, guys. Foot Champs opens in 30 minutes time from time of recording this video. So best of luck there. I'm dreading it. I can't lie. I'm nearly in Division 3 now, mind you, but I am absolutely dreading it. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it today, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.